The third thing is just using the quadratic formula. So if we don't remember the quadratic formula, I'll write that down here in the middle for you. So the quadratic formula is x equals negative b plus or minus the square root, not sure what's happening there, of b squared minus 4ac all over 2a. So we'll need to take each problem and kind of do our a, b, and c here. If we take a look at number 5, my a, b, and c, a is equal to 1, b is equal to negative 9, and c is equal to 32. We'll plug this into the quadratic formula. So x equals negative b, so we already have a negative 9, so that just turns into a positive 9, plus or minus the square root of negative 9 squared minus 4 times our a term, which is 1, and times our c term, which is 32. And we divide that whole thing by 2 times our a term, which is 1. Now, when we go ahead and put this in our calculator, we want to make sure that we're really only putting in the part that's underneath the square root first. So let me go ahead and bring up a calculator real quick. So we have in here negative 9 squared minus 4 times 1 times 32. And so that will give us a negative 47. So we have x is equal to 9 plus or minus the square root of negative 47 divided by 2. Now, for the purposes of this section, right, if we take the square root of a negative number, okay, that's going to yield something that we call the imaginary number, or the I unit. Right? So if we do not have a positive number in our square root, there's actually going to be no real solution. Okay, so no, okay, real solution. If you had real solutions, what we could do is go ahead and split this up into 2 separate answers. I'll give you the example here. So our first answer would be 9 plus the square root. Actually, I would take this negative and turn that into our imaginary number. Okay. Now 47 is a prime number, so we can't break that down any farther. Okay, so 9 plus I square roots of 47. And our second answer would be 9 minus I square roots of 47 divided by 2. All right, so that's using our quadratic formula, right? Again, no real solution if it's negative. If it is a positive number, you want to go ahead and break it up into your 2 pieces. The next part is verifying a solution. Easiest way to verify, that really just means plug in what you've got. So we'll take this here. We have 70 times, now we're asking for x is negative 8, so negative 8 squared plus 12 times negative 8. Right. We're going to see what this comes out to be, and we're also going to figure out if it works over here. So if we plug in the negative 8 and we cube that, plus 36. Okay. I'm going to go back to my calculator for this. So we first have 70 times negative 8 squared. All right, so we'll clear this out. 70 times negative 8 squared. And the second part of that was plus 12 times negative 8. So plus 12 times our negative 8. And that answer gives us 4384. Right. Now we want to see if that's going to be the same thing for our other side. So the other side of my equation is 9 times negative 8 cubed plus 36. So 9 times negative 8. We're going to raise that, negative 8. And we want to backspace that and up here. Negative 8 cubed plus 36. Now these two answers yield us two separate answers. So since these answers do not equal each other right here, that means it does not verify the solution. Right, so we can go on here, and we basically just say, not verified. Or, no, it's not a solution.